Hello, traveler. Welcome to Signal Jammer. Previously on Signal Jammer. The party lands at Jettarat City, a luxurious techno resort, and are welcomed as VIPs. Feigning interest in trains, the group makes use of Jettarat's high-speed rail to travel to the mining settlement of Pharaohtown. Upon arriving in the mining town and seeking further instruction, Hoyt prepares to contact Sedona, their handler on this mission.
The line picks up, and the first thing you hear is, like, wind howling.
Hoyt, I'm hoping you've made it here to planet. Are you here?
Yes, I've assembled a team. We're here at Pharaoh.
Perfect. Welcome. Yeah, don't take your time. Make your way to the north of town. There are a couple ways you could get here. Your only option may be by foot. I'll just say there is a sky tram that the miners took to get from Pharaohtown up to the mines. It's been shut down. Well, it was shut down at least, but yesterday, for the first time in a week, it came back online, and I've just been sitting here watching the mining outpost, and somebody came out of it, looked like a really important person, surrounded by a bunch of guards. So it may be activated again, I don't know. It seems like a pretty loud way to get in, but by foot may be the best way. Also, there's this kind of crazy guy on the edge of town who has these snow seals that he rides around. I don't know, just a thought.
Well,
but
what's his name? Do you have a name?
yeah, his name's Jack Buffley.
Jack Buffley?
Jack Buffley.
Jack Buffley.
Yes.
Buffley.
Like I said, don't delay. I've got a plan that's coalescing, but, just get here as soon as you can. Good luck. I forwarded you my location where we're going to meet. Also, one more thing. There are these weird little creatures. They're little snow creatures. The locals call them scrimbles. They're very dangerous. And if you go on foot or by snow seal, there's a bridge, and they're all around this bridge. Keep an eye out.
Okay, good to know.
I want to see a scrimble so bad.
Anyways, call me if you need anything else.
Nope, I have your location. We're coming to you.
All right, great. Yeah, see you later.
Well, team, we've got a couple ways to meet up with Sedona. She's near the mining outpost. Sounds like the lift had been deactivated, but may have recently come on, but that might announce our coming, and we might want to come in a little bit quiet. We can either go by foot, or there's a fella that has some rideable seals that Sedona recommended.
Rideable seal.
Well, I don't know if there's any that'll be big enough for you, though. I could be wrong, but I mean, we could check them out if people are interested, or if we just want to go on foot, we could just start making our way. I've got a
It'd
ping.
be really mean if I introduced snow seals and said that they weren't big enough to carry Sigi.
You said there was some kind of lift?
There's a lift that I guess it had been deactivated, but recently came back online. But it's a little noisy, and I guess there's some armed guards over by the mining outpost that we may or may not want to be drawing their attention.
Coming off of the edge of this train platform, actually, it's connected to the train platform. What it is one of those, I don't know how to describe it really. It's like a train that hangs and the track is on top.
Like a monorail type thing?
You know what I'm talking about?
Like a funicula. Or something
okay.
like that.
Funicula is an Italian opera song. Funiculi, funicula. Da 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 da.
No, there's some word like that for those things that.
Well, here they call it a sky tram. The rail is on top, and yeah, that is how they convey the miners up to the mining outpost. And there is a car there, but yes, it looks very much not activated.
And also Drew said that might be louder or riskier, so...
It's currently shut down, so...
So not up and running.
We could probably react.
We could, if that's the path people want to take.
Yeah, do you want to check out the seals, though?
Metatalk reestablishment of stakes. We're not here secretively, right?
No.
Well, yes, to an extent, because
Yeah.
New Horizons has quarantined the mining outpost and is keeping everybody out, which is why
Okay.
you've been called in by Sedona to help identify what's going on and infiltrate, the area, if possible.
So, Metaspace, if we wanted to, we could continue the roll along of the lie that Cloudy has delivered and say that we're the first group of test tourists and we're here to see the sights, and we're told that this was a good spot for sights and wanted to take the suspension railway or Skytram or whatever the term is. If we wanted to take that route, I personally, and Tahira also, is far more interested in the seals than the Skytram.
Well, then we need to head, I believe, he's a little bit north and to the edge of town, but I'm sure if we keep an eye out for either seals or seal tracks, we can find this here fella.
Yeah, you make your way through town. Walking through the streets, you see
We're also in a biosphere here, right? Like this town is at least.
this is
in
another
some kind of dome.
biosphere situation, yeah. And there is a kind of similar distribution of species as you would find on Absalom Station or something like that. Like, it's just very diverse here.
Are there plants here?
There aren't, trees and such in the way that, there was in Jeterat City. However, there are a decent amount of obviously man-made ponds and things that have a decent amount of algae formed. That seems very intentional. There are some exterior peace lilies, for example, don't require any sunlight, basically. So there are some space peace lilies happening as well.
Sure.
But you walk through this town, and yeah, it is again, the architecture ain't pretty, but this is where the humanity, for lack of a better word, basically of the planet lives, right? You walk through this town, and people kind of regard you. It's a small enough area where it's clear to people that they understand you're not from around here. But nobody stops you or gives you any hassle. And as you get towards the north of town, you see it's this structure that sits at the very edge of the habitation bubble. And there's a house on one side, and then on the exterior of the bubble, there's a pen. So essentially it looks like a seal. Well, to be frank, it looks more like a walrus. It has big long tusks. It has big flippery hands and a big flipper instead of legs. It's got the kind of the mane of a lion. It's very, very furry. And so, yeah, you're essentially looking at a furry manatee with very, very long tusks. A couple of them even have what look like natural mohawks.
Okay. So they have a shaggy fur all over them.
Mostly around their neck and like a lion's,
Like a ruff.
Yeah, exactly. There is some variation there, definitely.
How big are they?
Well, they vary in size from
Large to huge.
pretty much, yeah, large size to huge size. There are some younger ones that are in the small to medium range, but these are
Gigantic beasts.
there are two of them there that are mechanically sized huge creatures.
These are impressive animals.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, they are quite impressive.
I think Tahira's attention is on the space around, not as much on the animals, because we were told to expect a weird guy.
Jack Buffley.
Jack Buffley was described as an odd kind of man, right?
I believe eccentric was the word that was said.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. To Hoyt, at least. I don't know how Hoyt would have said it to us. But I think, while the group is marveling at these cute, giant creatures, Tahira is head on the swivel, keeping an eye out for the proprietor of this particular stand.
It's not a stand in the way that it is like a business. This is a person's house that has
It's like a cage around his yard that has all these creatures living in it, sort of, and you'd have to go, like, knock on his door to...
Yes, but to be totally clear, the gated, like, yard part is on the outside of the habitation bubble.
That's interesting.
So his house butts up to the edge of the habitation bubble, and on one side, presumably, there is a airlock door between somewhere in his house and this bubble.
So these Jetterati fur walruses can breathe the air of the planet.
Snow seals, and yes.
Jetterati snow seals.
Yeah, and maybe don't put so much stank on the word Jetterati next time you say it. It sounds kind of offensive when you say it.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. These Jetterati snow seals.
Dan, I'm team fur walrus. I'm with you on that one.
Say what, call it whatever the fuck you want. I can only imagine the proprietor is going to feel great about that.
Well, where the fuck is he? If he's not apparently and immediately about to hear, is going to go knock on the door.
Well, it's funny you say that. No, you know what? You knock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all were ogling feels like a weird word to use. Y'all were gazing at these magnificent creatures, and Tahira looks to see the person we need to talk to about procuring a few, doesn't see him, and then goes to knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
She does knock like a cop.
Yeah, three. And the door opens.
I think Tahira likes to knock with her lower arms because it makes the person on the other side assume a shorter creature, and she gets a tiny little laugh out of people like eye level at where the head should be, and then having to crane up to look at where she is.
And standing in front of you, well, standing's the wrong word. So floating in front of you is a giant brain.
Ah.
It is a medium-sized creature. You would know it as a contemplative. Contemplatives are levitating brains. They, on average, and this one is no exception, are about 100 pounds.
100-pound brain?
100-pound medium-sized brain. 70 pounds of that is just brain. And the other 30 pounds, 30%, however you want to say it, is a small doll-sized body hanging from this
Like
brain.
arms and legs? And
Arms and legs, no discernible face.
Okay, and they're common?
It's not that they're common, but you will have seen them around.
Okay.
They're native to Akaton.
Like you would have seen them potentially like on Epsilon Station. Or
Yeah,
like if you've been around, then you've seen one of these guys somewhere.
Yeah,
like
my best friend's a brain in a jar.
A 70-pound brain. It's huge.
Oh,
It's
I
so
love
big.
its little crown.
I don't know why this one has a crown.
Because he's a king.
Yeah, the king of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So,
Obviously.
anyways.
The door opens. Tahira is faced with a contemplative. Is he dressed up for the North Pole temperatures?
It is...
I guess that is another question. Pronouns?
It.
It? Cool.
It is dressed up in its, like, house wear.
Okay.
Like house garments.
Housewear.
Okay.
Pajamas?
I need you to know that I'm imagining like Scrooge-ass nightcap, like the kind of like it barely sits on the crown of the brain, but it dangles down to where that little doll body is.
Yes.
And it's not necessary. It's just to indicate that it was resting or something.
Yes, no,
and I
you're
fully
right.
expect that when they are ready for winter travel, that they have a winter hat, not a beanie, not a toque, but one of the ones that have like the little ear flaps just resting at the very top of their head in the same way. I need that in my life, Ben,
You're
and
right.
if you don't give it to
No.
me, I will cry.
Yeah, you know what? I understand.
Can't be responsible for that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to tell me. I know that this is a deal breaker for you, so I'm giving it to you, okay? And so what I'll say is yes. Jack Buffley is wearing a Phrygian cap that is flopped to the side. It's huge. It's made for a huge-sized creature, just based on the proportions of his head to his body. And yeah, if only he had eyes, they would be sleepy, but he doesn't. And yeah, he floats there in front of you. Also, he doesn't have a mouth. And this isn't something that's like uncommon in this universe. You hear from within your own head the sound of someone speaking to you telepathically. And he says, "Can I help you?"
Oh, hello. We were told that you had these seals, snow seals, that we could potentially procure for a climb up the mountain.
I thought we were going with fur walruses.
I think Tahira like throws a look over her shoulder of like that's very clearly like, not right now, not right now.
Well, they're certainly not called that if that's what you are planning on going with. So, you would like to ride one of my little friends. Is that fair to say?
We may need more than one.
Sure. I apologize. Did I need to specify one each?
Although, well, we might be able to just, like, we took the huge one.
Yeah, get all of us.
Maybe. I don't know.
I will say that I don't believe he would take all of your weight.
Okay.
Perhaps if you were to ride him and they were to... No, I don't think that would work.
No, you're right. It would be unfair to the creature.
Unfair to the creature. I appreciate you saying that. Fairness to these creatures is paramount to their treatment. And I appreciate that you see that. I would like someone, it seems like Sigi, to make a diplomacy check here.
Okay.
Is there any
is there anything
situational bonuses from that?
Yeah.
Fair treatment kind of thing.
Yes, absolutely. I factor that into the DC usually instead of the other way around.
Natural 16 again here, so
Not bad.
Sigi's killing it.
Yes, absolutely. So
his natural charm, my natural rolling high, I guess tonight.
Yeah, behind the kimono, that was a DC 15, and you reduced it by 2 by displaying care for the creature.
I'll be frank with you. We're going to the mines up there to try to help with the ghost problem.
I don't know what you mean by ghost problem. From what I understand, there was a hazardous material outbreak. Ghosts, you say?
Wait, you say hazardous materials?
That is what New Horizons Ventures LLC has reported. That is what their press release said. There are ghosts, you say? From what source have you heard of these ghosts?
A friend, I suppose.
A friend with perhaps a quite wild imagination.
Perhaps. You may be right. Yes, you may be right. But we need to get up there as soon as we can to help our friend. Can your fur walruses get us there?
1 step forward, 2 steps back, Sigi. Come on.
I would appreciate it if you referred to them as snow seals. As they are not fur walruses. That is a different thing that lives on a different planet. I believe there are fur walruses native to Triaxis, if memory serves. Maybe similar.
You may be thinking of fur dolphins or seal walruses.
Ah, I see.
Or wolf walruses or goat walruses, or there's a lot of different types of walruses, but we don't have any fur walruses.
Well, you certainly don't have any snow seals. I would expect someone who is so familiar with these Terranian winter beasts to know the difference between a fur walrus and a snow seal, if there were even such a thing.
Yes, can we take it though? Can we take one? Can we take one?
Look, I'm sorry that we got off on the wrong foot here, my friend.
No, I appreciate a well-spirited debate among friends.
Reaches into his backpack and pulls out one of the goblin-faced orchids, which he brought one of them with him just as a,
Is that a red columbine?
No, he says no. What do you mean? Like, look at it. This is a goblin-faced orchid, obviously. It has the face of a goblin. He sets it down.
Oh, okay, so I guess we're both bad at identifying some living creatures. Is that the case?
Maybe you're right, my friend.
Well then, if we're on level playing field...
Why did you have that in your bag?
So, you would like to go out with some of my friends? You may do so. Now, please come inside and follow me while I prepare myself and our friends.
You're coming with us?
No, I simply will introduce you, show you how to saddle and ride, and then you have proven yourself. He looks down lovingly at his goblin-faced orchid. He says, "You have proven yourself trustworthy in these small ways."
We look forward to meeting your friends. They'll be our friends soon.
It would be an honor.
I have to do a whole tutorial, all this shit. Okay.
You are out back of Jack Buffley's house. You're in the pen with about a dozen snow seals, and again, they range greatly in size. There are little tiny baby ones, all the way up to one that is, again, size category huge. I honestly forgot about that, and so I love that there's one that's just fucking massive also. So we're not going to do like a whole scene here. We're going to montage this. And it's a bit like the montage from Mandalorian when he's learning to ride that thing. I forgot what they're called.
Rancor?
No.
Wait, no, that's Boba Fett.
No, when he went to...
Looks the same.
Blurg. It's a blurg.
A blurg. I was going to say Zerg. That's right. So the blurg riding scene, it's like that, except it's all of you. It's four of you, and they're snow seals. The thing that keeps, kind of creating some comedic falls and slapstick kind of thing is the fact that they go just way faster than you would expect them to. So they're a little harder to control. And I would like everybody to make a survival check to handle animal.
Okay.
You're looking for a DC 12.
Survival, let's
Okay.
see.
Roll good.
Drew.
Oh, let's go. Jackie, rolled a 17 on the die for a total of a 20 fucking 1.
14.
And you.
I rolled a 5 or
I
a
only have a
6.
+1 to my survival. Ooh.
True, that really was I got a rock.
Here I go.
Yeah.
Why am I not moving?
Aw.
So at a certain point, Hoyt is starting to look a bit more confident on his and is allowing it to pick up more speed. And this thing begins really hoofing it. Hoyt was not quite ready for the amount of speed that it took on, and he gets flung basically into the fence.
Oh, okay.
You take 1 damage. So you're flung at high speeds off of this thing and clatter over the fence, land on your face, and you take a damage.
I get up. I look at everyone else just successfully, riding around and being incredible, especially Tahira. And I just hang my head down and go, "Do better, Hoyt."
Aww,
Buddy.
buddy.
So, no, that's so sad.
I was just going to say I wouldn't have done that if I knew he was going to get sad.
You have to. You're the GM. So, Cloudy,
No, it's only happy fun times.
Cloudy actually does not look happy or graceful at all. Cloudy looks like it's fucking Wimbledee fox and is all puffed up and in like a jacket and trying to keep his hands in his jacket while holding on to this fucking seal.
That's hilarious.
It's very uncomfortable, I imagine. Just cold as hell.
Sigi seems to be having the time of his life riding this massive seal,
Yeah.
and also seems to have some comfort in riding he has done this before. There's these creatures called Pinnipeds that live on a triaxis that are their version of kind of like ground mounts, which also vary massively in size, from ones that can carry a medium-sized creature to really big one.
Gotta look
Did you know that everywhere else in the world, the books are called "Where's Wally Ped"?
I'm not gonna laugh at it.
That was stupid. Anyways, but yes, Tahira at least looks. Well, Tahira also. I mean, I imagine she looks very graceful.
I think it's one of those things where, like, on Absalom Station, I don't know how many opportunities to interact with wildlife, even slightly domesticated, like these. What are they called again? Winter seals? What?
Snow seals.
Snow seals. Fur walruses are no.
Come on.
It's that weird flow state of, like, she does such a smooth transition from, like, the, you know, like with horses, you let them sniff your hand and stuff, like just that kind of like introducing oneself and then getting on the mount and then being comfortable with the movement of the mount. Like, it is a seamless flow from one to the other. And I think the camera, as it cuts to everybody in their various positions and feelings about these particular rides, there's one moment where Cloudy is sitting there in that it fucking Wimdy energy, and then Tahira just kind of like idles up next to him, elbows him lightly, and offers an extra pair of goggles, so made to fit under the little Dragon Ball Z ass sight reader thing. So at least you don't have to keep your eyes closed, because that's so dangerous.
Yeah, this is
to deal with the
awesome.
wind. It's just like something to help block that.
Thanks. Snap that on.
Oh, of course.
During whatever montage or cutscene at the beginning, if there was anything, it would have been basically just Sigi would have just been talking to this thing, not really trying to like mount it, and just mounted it like at the end before they left. But he like basically was trying to figure out what this thing like to be called, essentially, sort of, and probably which was some like weird, like, you know, which Sigi's like, you know, using that, and it's basically just like, yeah, just take us to the North Pole. It's letting like the creature kind of just steer and not really doing much, you know, like he's just kind of like friends with this thing now, basically.
Yeah, y'all are buds. I love that. And after you know 15-20 minutes of acclimating yourselves with these steeds, it's very quick. Mr. Buffley has you know, really cared for and trained these things, and they, you know, he told them to listen to and trust you, and they totally do.
Wow.
It's that easy
I was
sometimes.
gonna say it's as easy as that. Damn.
It turns out you give a guy a flower and he opens the world to you. So it's important to note here that when I say these things go fast, I mean like in the 40 mile per hour. You're hanging on for dear life when these things are at top speed. Just really going for it. And yeah, so eventually Mr. Buffley opens the pen gates and waves. Well, yeah, he does have arms. His little tiny body arms wave at you as you go out into the great unknown. And yeah, it is fucking windy out here. You are, at the North Pole of the planet, very near it at least. You are very high in terms of altitude. It's a kind of plateau where you are, but you are basically riding upwards into the mountains at this point. But these snow seals gracefully tow you.
What are they, again, like the description of those things, what do they have legs? Are they like four-legged creatures?
So they have a big flipper on the back.
Okay.
I'll repost a picture. It's just the sand seals from the Zelda Switch games.
Well, I was imagining that, like, if they have to go uphill, they're, like, running, but then if there's a downhill stretch, they would just, you know, slide at high speed, right? Like,
Much more of a glide, yeah.
Yeah, just
for
kind of, like, glide and then try to glide as much as they can up.
Yeah, they harumph, and then they slide.
When you're when you're ascending, they are, it gets a little harder because that back tail that you're basically standing on that back tail, right?
Yeah, do they have like a little harness on? That I feel like you'd need a little harness. There'd be no way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you have a harness. Also, it's important to note here that these snow seals, they love this. They love it. Jack Buffley has Speak with Animals and has gotten their consent for this in general. They are so strong and powerful and fast that conveying some like a rider, no, that's nothing for them.
They're flexing off. This is how they flirt. If I be like, look at me, I'm dragging this big boy.
dragging this dragon.
Which is why, like, the one that Sigi befriended is, like, looking over the others like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
that's
getting
right.
laid tonight.
It's like a lot of dogs enjoy working. You know, like if they're doing something that they fucking love it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
It's
whatever
true.
their job's supposed to be. Like yeah.
I do love a dog with a job.
They take them so seriously.
Yeah.
It's
I love
true.
that for them, and I feel like I want to reward them by giving them pets, but I also have to respect that they're working.
Yeah, they got that cape on. You gotta just.
I was thinking like accountants or plumbers, and now I realize I'm so confused.
You don't work with any.
You don't go to
dogs,
Fido for your
Hoyt?
taxes?
Right,
like,
right,
Fido
right.
is the best. He's like such a good boy.
Yeah.
And so, yes, you're being tugged into the fluffy white chaos that is the windy North Pole. And you're doing this for quite a while. But before long, you are high up in the mountain range, known as the Bekethi Mountains. Your steeds have slowed down because where once you were riding on open like hills that went up, basically at a certain point you're now on like clinging to the ledge of a mountain. There's a sheer drop that's like a mile down, but it's not like you've got like a solid 30 feet to work with. It's not like you're about to fall off, but the snow seals have kind of naturally began to slow down as they are being careful as well. So you're basically following the cable of the Skytram as you go. It's, you're going the same direction as it. It's helpful, reassuring to know it's there.
We were given warning of some potential pests that we might encounter on our way up.
Scudamunders or
Scrimbles. Yeah.
Scrimbles. That's the most Dr. Seussian-esque name.
I love Dr. Seuss. What can I say?
Did that warning include a locale, like the kind of
by
area
a bridge?
to
Yeah,
expect
by the
to,
bridge.
There's a big bridge at a certain point, and
Okay.
that's around where they go.
We're
Okay,
keeping
I
an eye
think
out for the bridge.
I was gonna say I think Tahira is absolutely keeping an eye out for the bridge.
Yeah, same.
At least y'all.
Well,
y'all
you've been
do what you want to do, but Tahira's keeping an eye out for the bridge for sure.
You are in an unmapped territory, but this is the sci-fi future, so you do have a topographical map on your, like, you have access to that on your,
Like a local GPS kind of thing.
and that is and that is where Sedona marked the X of where she is, basically. Where you are to meet her. So again, it's like it's pretty bare bones, but you have like a topographical map as has been scanned by a satellite, and so she also marked for you where the bridge is. And after about 2 hours, a large gap between the mountain you're on and the next one, which is to say where the cable to the Skytram stretches to, and between these mountains extends a metal footbridge. Good news and bad news about the bridge. The good news is it's not one of those hanging bridges or anything like that. This is the sci-fi future. This is a solid metal bridge.
It's just like a single span with no railings.
I was gonna say, is that the bad news?
Yeah.
Is this OSHA compliant? Are we in Star Wars ass-bridge land, or are we in
No,
this
no, no.
legitimate
There are
bridge land?
rails. This is a
Wow.
safe ass bridge.
Hell yeah, I love an ass-bridge.
Yeah, it's this is an
Yeah.
Safe
That's right.
ass bridge.
Covered in flying buttresses.
Ah, snap, 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 snap,
That
snap.
was good and clever, Jeff.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Buttress.
Really?
The bad news is that this is definitely too big of a bridge to admit the steed that Sigi rode in on. I believe its name was Roar.
I believe that's correct, yeah. Fuck me and the seal I rode him on.
Oh no.
I bet he can jump 20 feet.
That's what I was thinking too.
No, this is actually at
much further.
At half scale. I need to I have to
Resize.
I think it would be cool if you did like a sweet flip and jumped the gap and like used your wings to get like an extra.
Yeah.
We can stop, take time, build a nice little snow ramp, really pack it down, get you going, like find an upper area to slide down and make the jump, and then you're holding on and you spread your wings and y'all glide over like, Buzz and Woody in Toy Story 1.
Like
if you guys want to spend the next 3.5 hours doing that, by all means.
We're not in a rush, right? Like, we're already here.
We're not in a rush, right? I feel like if anybody would be, it'd be Cloudy. Cloudy probably wants to
That's
get
true.
this done so we can go back to our, like, top-tier lottery guest winner experience.
Cloudy was, like, keeping an eye out for this bridge, but by the end is, like, fully just, like, face down in the seal, just, like, just trying to snuggle in, like, just ignoring everything, just wanting it to be over.
Cloudy has the fluffiest maned seal, and so he can really just dig his little face in there, and the seal, you don't know this really, but the seal loves it. It likes the warmth of your breath.
Wow.
So I didn't mean that way. I would like the record to state I just meant it literally.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just nice and warm. Someone was saying something.
Did you say that we were close to where Sedona had said to rendezvous? Like that was close to the bridge? Is that what you were? The bridge is quite close to the rendezvous. So, like, in other words, we could like leave our mounts here and proceed on.
Yes.
Foot reasonably.
Exactly.
Will they wait for us?
Let me ask.
I don't want to have to try to get back on foot. Like that'll be crazy.
Also, there's scribbles around this area. I don't know if it's good to like leave them unattended.
Scrumbles.
Scrimbles?
Scrimbles?
Scrimbles.
Squumbles. Let's go. Who cares?
I feel like these things could hold their own.
Squumbles.
Yeah, during the course of the montage, the wordless montage, Jack Buffley was not worried about the scrimbles in relation to, the safety of his beasts.
But didn't give us like a operations manual. Like, once released, they will return back to their home.
I was thinking about this actually on my drive home, because I'm always like, what are the holes? What are things that would be asked?
What are the holes?
Was one of
You're always thinking, what are the holes?
Always thinking about holes.
Thinking about them damn holes on my drive home.
How am I going to deal with all these holes?
And now we know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall.
Yeah. It's 5.
At least.
Yeah. I think there's a time release of, I would say, what's a narratively good amount of time?
Well, can I just try to communicate with one? Like, I mean, just kind of like I suggested before, just a charisma check sort of thing, like a, stay here sort of,
Go for it.
Like, we'll be back soon, sort of thing. I don't know. I mean, I don't really actually have a spell to do that, but I can make a charisma check or a handle animal. Or survival check.
These are really smart beasts.
Makes no difference. Survival check 11.
You assume that it understands you.
You stare into its eyes, and it stares into your eyes, and you stare into each other's eyes for a bit, and you're like, well?
It bats its big eyelashes.
I give it some
at
field
I
rations.
looked at him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I said, ketchup.
That's exactly right.
I do give it a field ration, though, too.
Aww.
Sort of a...
I do think it would make total sense that these snow seals are not concerned about the scrimbles, because whatever kind of pest they are, their mouth and bite is not enough to get through the blubber that protects these winter prepared beings.
They're so powerful.
That's my headcanon, at least.
I love that.
Yeah, they just have like DR5 and those creatures do like a 1d3 or something, so they can't like really get through it, sort of thing. Like,
God, I hope it's just a 1d3.
well, I don't know. I mean, that's just an example of maybe they have a D or 10. And
I mean,
whatever, but...
they're called scrimbles. How difficult can they be?
Well,
Don't put that out there, Dad.
No.
You know.
I just
You know that GM karma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All of a sudden, out from this crevice between the mountains, a gargantuan creature.
well, also, there's like the thing is, maybe they are tiny and do 1d3, but then Ben's like,
There's 100 of them.
There's 30
Mama
of them.
Scrimble
yeah,
shows up.
Yeah, or 30 or 100 or whatever number you want to.
Jack
That's
Buffley's
right.
just like, I'm not worried about the babies. And the
Yeah.
mother doesn't ever come out. And we're like, the mother?
Exactly, it could be one of those scenarios. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see now, won't we?
As you approach the bridge, for the first time since you've been out here, the wind really slows down, right? There's an odd kind of stillness to it, such that many of you haven't experienced in a long time. That's that quiet that happens when you're up in the mountains. Maybe some of you haven't ever experienced that. But, there is just this sort of strange peacefulness about this moment. And I would like a marching order on the bridge, please. You're coming from the south, going to the north.
Would y'all be okay if Tahira led?
Of
I'm fine with
course.
that.
I have a question for you, Ben.
Yes.
What is the state of the depth of the snow? Like, are we worried or dealing with any kind of, like, difficult terrain kind of thing?
No.
Okay. That's heartening to hear, at least.
I decided I didn't want to deal with that. So you're good.
It's all hard-packed snow.
It's hard. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's hard. It's not. You're not on powder right now. It would be horrible for snowboarding, but for walking, you're pretty good.
Yeah, I think Tahira would likely be first, if that's all right with the folks.
I am
Yeah, that's fine.
more than fine with that. Hoyt is very flexible. You can put him in any position and he is okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Hoyt. Didn't know he got down like that.
They're just like little copses of essentially pine trees, but take the conical shape of a pine tree, picture it in your mind, and just flip it upside down. And that's what we're looking at here. Wide on the top, thin on the bottom.
I'm so curious as to, like, the science of why they learned to grow like that.
I am too.
Yeah.
Did you say that we
Sigi,
were
too.
starting at the top, going to the bottom, or starting at the bottom, going to the top? Just orientation on the map.
Oh, starting at the bottom.
Starting at the bottom.
And now we're here.
Started at the bottom, now we're here.
That's right.
Cool. Oh, well, I've put my token on board.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Tokens.
Yeah, mine's got to be made big.
You can be embiggened.
Oh, I love that you're using that art.
It's the best.
It's so funny.
I still haven't
All the love to whatever kid drew that.
Yeah,
or
right?
adult. It's just so very good.
It's like a really good, just broad representation of who my guy is. I don't know, like
He's
I
just
love
a guy.
him.
no details, but it's just a blue dragonkin guy. Like,
Just a blue dragonkin with a big stick.
yeah.
Would we have made it to the bridge yet? Like, what is our?
So
like,
we're
starting
gonna
position?
start at this point right at the mouth of the bridge,
Okay.
right at the front of the bridge. Start of the bridge.
Yeah, edge
Mouth of the bridge.
I don't know about mouth, yeah.
Bay of the bridge.
We're in the bridge delta.
So there's this kind of eerie calm. Perhaps some of you are enjoying it.
Cloudy and I will go side by side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You're approaching this bridge, and there's still this stillness and quiet, and but that stillness and quiet is broken by a sound that happens across the bridge. You see again these trees that look like if you flipped a pine tree upside down, and the branches begin to rattle, and you hear a sound you were warned about by Jack Buffley. He said, yes, there are scrimbles out there, and if you hear this sound, you'll know they are near. And the sound is, Ricky! And that sound cuts through the icy stillness as you approach this bridge. Suddenly, at the base of these trees, you see a bunch of very tiny little guys. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I need to know what they look like. Show me the little guys.
They look like... I'm going to drop it in the chat.
Scrimble, no whammies.
The description is that they look like fennec foxes, but with the tail of just a big old raccoon tail.
They're so cute.
I can't
they're
kill
so
these.
cute.
They're like my family.
And they go Ricky.
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
Okay.
But they look at you with ill intent, and what you do with that, I don't know. But they reach the bottom of the tree and start sprinting at you. And it is time for initiative.
not my family then.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Don't forget to click on your token before hitting initiative, I think, or we'll go in the tracker.
Yeah, let me know when the tracker's up and ready to go.
It's there.
Beautiful.
Where is that? There it is.
What? wait.
Oh,
wait.
Huh?
No, I rolled a 2
Okay.
-1.
What?
Because you
My
have
dex.
-1 dex, and it automatically includes like the additional dex mod.
Yeah,
as,
it
like, a
breaks ties
decimal point.
automatically.
Yeah.
But, like,
so
because
you
of
have
that, I technically have a
0.99 on your
0.9, yeah.
initiative.
Wow.
Because I got a natural, or I got a 2 for a 1. Yeah, and then so
Holy
I actually have
shit.
lower than 1 initiative. That's
I think that means you don't get to go. I'm sorry, Dan.
hey.
That's sad.
Oh, I rolled so good.
Wow.
I got a 17.
job.
Look at me.
Let's see what the scrambles got.
You would get to go even if you were in the negatives, because I have seen people be in the
Yeah.
negatives.
You just go dead fucking last.
Oh, yeah.
Scramble time. Oh, look at the
Oh,
scrambles.
fuck these guys.
They're so dexterous. So weird.
Oh, they sure are.
I thought they were cute, and then like the second that they're running at us, I'm like,
It's like the weird baby aliens from Galaxy Quest, where you're just like, aw, and then they just go,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, fuck
like
no.
never mind, I hate them.
What is your speed?
Yeah, I knew it.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Oh god, all y'all gonna
Pretty
have to bear
fast.
with me as I fucking remember how to play a vanguard.
The scrimbles are upon you. They are.
It's regular scramble.
The scrimbles are scrambling across this bridge at quite fast speeds.
Yeah,
Out of character.
What's fucking wrong with them? Why are they
40.
attacking us like this?
Well, maybe you can ask one. I don't know. It is Tahira's turn. You're in front and at the front of the order for your friends.
Beautiful. I think especially because we knew there was likely to be trouble on this bridge after we had dismounted from the snow seals, Tahira has preemptively pulled out her weapon of choice, which is a pike,
Ooh.
and grips it in two of her hands, just at the ready before the shouts of Ricky even like started.
Is it a sci-fi pike?
It is extremely analog. It doesn't really have anything on it that is like unnecessarily technical, but it probably does have that edge of like sci-fi design where like something about the metal of most of it is like patchwork together or put together and welded together in very geometric shapes that almost seem to imitate or mimic like motherboards, microchips, that sort of stuff. Like I think it is sci-fi in that way, but
But it doesn't have any like actual.
Sci-fi in the way that
Yes.
everything looks like circuitry, basically.
Which is
Yeah,
my favorite
kind
kind
of.
of sci-fi.
Yeah.
I think
It's the
it's
best.
also very, very much like Tahira's armor, which isn't visible under the warm clothes that she's currently wearing. It has that same like worn but well cared for appearance to it. Like you can tell this is something that she has used and had for a while, or it has existed for a while, but it is still like tip-top shape regardless. I only have a speed of 30. Remind me again how combat turn economy works. Is this more like S1E5 where, or is it like very similar to Pathfinder where you have like movement, swift action, standard action, full attack?
It's much more in the Pathfinder way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Tahira is going to move forward. She can't reach them necessarily.
Is your pike a reach weapon, by the way?
It is, but I only have 30 feet of movement, so 30 feet is still a good solid 20 feet away, and I don't think it has that much reach.
Be cool if it did.
It would be. We'll talk about it. Listen, if you want to give me an extra long pike, I won't say no.
A pike with 30 feet of reach, that would be awesome.
I just extend it like
it would have to be telescoping, or else you couldn't take it anywhere.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
But there's the thing in Starfinder, like in Pathfinder, where you can ready an action, like basically set up that if they move forward into your range, on their turn, to attack them.
Oh, I would love to do that. Thank you so much. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. I do think Tahira would move forward because she is very much of the mind of a sort of dual reasons, but at least because she is vanguard. She is meant to be frontline. She is meant to get hit. So I think she is going to take her full movement forward and then is going to kind of hunker down into a readied position, preparing to strike as soon as any one of them come into range.
The one disadvantage to that is that, I guess it won't really end up mattering much in your case, but whenever you ready an action like that, when your turn goes off, you're now at that place in the initiative.
Great, I'll be exactly where I am then.
Yeah, I don't think it'll change anything, because it'll just be...
Yeah.
Because they'll go, and then it'll be your turn again. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's all Tahira does. She just seems to settle into, because she had been enjoying the almost overwhelming silence of these mountains. She seems to have found peace within this, just appreciating the space and everything, bringing her a certain sort of calm. And as these enemies appear and start racing forward, it's almost like she settles further into this weirdly meditative place as she holds her pike with two hands and just strides forward, and then settles into an attack stance, just ready.
Yeah,
waiting.
monk-like concentration and centering. I love it. And it is now Cloudy McClat's turn.
Cloudy. Okay, so Cloudy is going to pull off a trick attack, which is a long and complicated thing to do. Not really.
Let's do it.
So first he gets to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna move around the side here to get a nice little angle on the group there. Readies his sights.
There is a rail, for the record, by the way. There is a rail, but there is a space between the base of the...
So they have partial cover +2 or something like that, or...
Yes, exactly.
So the first thing I do is roll a stealth, and if I succeed at a DC equal
to... the DC's high as hell.
It is actually very high.
It's 20 plus...
20 plus my target CR, so probably didn't get it then.
You didn't get it. This is a CR 1/3 creature.
Wow.
Or something like that.
So just would have been a 20, yeah.
Yeah, a 20.
Well, you got close, though, with that 18,
yeah.
all things considered.
Close.
Especially because you got a 7.
Trick attacking at level 1 is just hard as hell.
But not quite. So it'll just be the regular laser pistol shot then.
Well, you rolled a 7. He just needed... just a 10 would have done the trick, But
Done the trick, huh?
Blam, blam!
Done the trick attack.
Yeah. 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Just one. Scram! Get out of here.
Scram!
Go on, get!
The Scrimbles, when they moved double their move, and they're all on the bridge now, for the listener.
But not far on the bridge. We've not even made it to the halfway point on either side.
They flooded onto the bridge.
All of them are now on the bridge, yes. It is now Hoyt Iron Eye's turn. I wonder what he's going to do.
Oh, well, It's gonna be what he's gonna probably do in most combats. He's gonna move his 20 feet of movement. Hoyt rather, will take his laser rifle, line up a shot, and try to shoot the one that's directly, well, not directly, but in front of Tahira, the green one.
Green.
Ooh. 13.
13 actually meets it.
Is that
And
with
beats
the cover, though?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, 6 points.
Their AC's 11, so.
Aw.
Okay.
I feel even worse about killing them then.
Oh, but they wouldn't feel bad about killing you.
They couldn't though. They're tiny and sweet.
Oh, actually, that one turns into just fucking mist. Actually, it just goes and dies.
Dev,
Yes.
I totally understand that, oh god, I don't want to hurt them, but also I feel like they would swarm us like piranhas and take us all out if given the opportunity.
Fine. I did shoot it.
Also, how does Cloudy feel about little guys, little critters? Is Cloudy a critter person?
Well, I mean, like kinda like surface level. I don't know that like Cloudy would like volunteer at a animal shelter or something, but like if they saw like an animal in need, they'd probably like he'd help it out. I don't know. I think it does kind of weird Cloudy out a bit that like the little foxes looks like a little him.
Yeah.
It's weird to shoot something that looks like you a little bit, especially if you don't usually have to do that.
There's something disturbing about it for sure. It is now Sigadrillathraxian's turn.
He moved there in a single move. I mean, I think he probably...
Is he also wielding a geese arm? Or
No,
something?
he's just got his club.
His club. That's right. He's got
club.
his war club.
Yeah.
His
ol'
warlike
stick.
club.
And he does have reach, by the way. I think before I had said, like, large-sized creatures do have 10-foot reach and 10-foot space.
Yep.
Anyways, he will just double move up behind Tahira, kind of
Okay.
2 move actions.
Okay, the 4 remaining Scrimbles, I would say that they reacted poorly to seeing their comrade get vaporized. A flash of fear went over their eyes, and then determination replaced it as they sprint forward. This first one is going to enter your range, Tahira.
Beautiful.
Would you like to carry on with your turn and stab it?
I think I'm going to wait until the second one enters my range.
Very well. First one comes up and takes a bite out of crime. And by crime, I mean you. He thinks you're crime.
I'm crying?
to him, yeah.
What AC are we looking at?
I'm sorry, kinetic AC.
No.
Great. So no damage happens there. The purple one comes in behind it. I'm going to stop him here. Would you
Cool.
like to attack this one?
I would love to attack that one.
First one comes up, bites the shin guard. Second one...
Yeah. That's what I imagine it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
They're
awesome.
also saying Ricky Ricky like as a bit of a war cry as they come upon you. Ricky Ricky.
Alrighty. Roll to attack. Does a 22 hit?
Actually, no. Yes, it does.
Oh, that's so crazy. So I have this fun little feat called
Yay!
Cleave.
We love.
Oh
Cleave.
yeah.
You can strike 2
All
adjacent
right.
foes with a single swing. If I hit, I deal damage normally and can take a second additional melee attack using my full base attack bonus against a foe that is adjacent to the first and also within reach.
Is that a
Um,
full round action or is that a standard action?
Standard
Yay.
action, baby.
All right.
So
All right.
I'm gonna,
Let's kill my other little guy. Why don't you?
We'll see. I have to hit first. Cool. I got an 18 total. So
If you would please describe to me how you demolish these 2 Scrimbles.
yeah. So Tahira had watched how they had moved forward, kind of coming in a wave, but still, in reality, they can't necessarily move all at once. So as one approaches, Tahira's eyes flit to the second quickly approaching creature and waits just long enough for that second scrimble to come within range of her pike as it deftly slashes out in a wide motion, just cleaving both of them into.
Cloudy claps.
And it's just like a smooth out and then in again. And she's still in that like lowered, prepared stance. Almost like inviting the others to dare try to approach.
The one to the right's head like pops over the edge and falls down into the valley below. But there are still two more.
But they don't turn tail and run after that performance? Okay.
No.
They don't
They're bloodthirsty.
turn raccoon tail and run?
Both of these are going at Tahira.
Cool.
Boom. Nope. And 18 to kinetic AC.
The 18 hits. My kinetic AC is 16.
Take damage.
Damage.
Where did it bite you?
Okay.
I think it's like right under the knee in like that soft part of the upper calf in the back. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It stings. It is now Tahira's turn.
I have to check things now because I have done damage and I have taken damage. Oh, entropy points. Hello. How do I want to track these? My God.
Oh, that's right. Vanguard. Good luck.
I was just like, why don't I go for a complicated character type? A fucking class. Oh, God. And it's been months since I've looked at this and felt like I've sat in how it works. And I just... Okay. My max is equal to my con. My con is currently 3. So I get 1 entropy point at the beginning of my first action, which was the readied action, because 1 entropy point means that I get a bonus to my AC. So I'm just a little bit harder to hit. Okay. My turn?
Your turn.
I got 2 guys right in front of me. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to swing at the one on the left, and if it hits, I'm going to go for the one on the right as well.
Okay.
Because that's how the feat works, and...
The feat... Do you attack at a negative for the second attack?
I do not. The second attack is made at the same full base attack bonus as the first. The caveat is I have a -2 penalty to my armor class until my next turn.
Okay.
So the first attack that was made against me was before I even did anything, so it didn't happen. And then the attack that landed was still the only one that would have landed because the other one was far too low to even with the penalty and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I do need to mark in a debuff so I can keep track of that, but I'll do that later. Yeah, so I'm going to same song and dance as the first. I'm going to attack the little critter that's directly in front of me with the intention of swinging through and hitting the one next to it if this one hits.
Let's see it.
What does a full attack action do right now? Like, what's the difference currently?
Yeah, I believe it gives 2 attacks at -4 or something like that. Or
That's
even
correct.
greater than that.
But it is a full round action. You can't do that in cleave as well.
Okay. Well, then
Cleave's kind of a, cheaper way to get 2 attacks at low level.
And I like it a lot because it also means, like, if I need to move, I can still probably do 2 attacks.
Yeah. It's a very good feat. I mean, especially in a game that doesn't have, it's not like Pathfinder where it has 4,000 feats or whatever. It's
right.
And yeah,
I
Cleave's
looked
one of the
through
better
a
ones
lot
in
of
general.
feats and thought long and hard about my priorities, and I'm glad I took Cleave already.
It's on my list for my guy too.
It's
You know what I
very
mean?
nice.
It's
Join
very
me.
good.
It's good.
Classic.
All right, first attack. Hopefully, first of 2. Ooh, an 11 makes it, right?
That hits, yeah.
Beautiful. I did only do 4 damage on it, though. That's okay.
It survives.
That's fine. Second attack on the follow through.
It goes, Ricky.
Okay, the second one absolutely hits with 17 with total damage of 10. So I think maybe as this second set
This
of
kills the scrimble.
as the second set of scrimbles approach, having seen the demise of the first one, the one that is immediately in front of Tahira is a little wiser to it and is able to pull back just enough that the cleave doesn't hit as cleanly. It still injures it, but it doesn't sink into the flesh nearly in the same effective way as the second creature's experience with the attack goes. Like that first one just kind of like a nick, and then the second one is like very solidly in the body of the creature.
Yeah, it's almost as if the focus of the attack was on the second creature, and you kind of swung through the first one and nicked it on the way by.
Yeah.
And it dies. It just dies right there.
Well, that's my turn.
There are, at this point, there's a small pile of dead foxes accumulating in front of Tahira on this bridge. And it's, speaking of foxes, it's Cloudy McLeod's turn.
Time to add to the pile of dead foxes. There's only one left. Cloudy is gonna just kind of stick with the vantage point that he has right now. Attempts another stealth check to pop off a trick attack.
Do it. Success!
There we go.
Wild success.
Cloudy is very stealthy. Just disappears behind the just like the silhouette of like the railing, and then does the pistol trick attack. So that's against his flat-footed as well.
Flat-footed energy, AC.
That's right.
It also disintegrates.
Yeah. It into a big cloud of ash.
Exactly.
Because Cloudy's got a laser gun, so does a little flip with the laser pistol back into the holster.
For listening to Signal Jammer. Starfinder is property of Paizo Incorporated. The theme song is Space Party by Matthew Krim. Sound effects and atmosphere provided by Pixabay.